American Financing, saving homeowners over $800 every month by using your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt. American Financing, America's home for home loans. AmericanFinancing.net/progress. Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. And this whole, my point about the mainstream media, them writing a headline, "Joy is not a strategy." It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Compared to fear and gloom and doom, right?
Yeah, I mean, I went to a good roundtable with Vote Vets with Secretary Pete Buttigieg and Senator Tammy Duckworth. And Mayor Pete put it right. He goes, the other side, the opposition, is selling darkness.
Yeah.
That's their platform. Darkness, hatred, everything's awful, But the funny thing is, in their crazy little worlds, they got enough to go out and, get drunk in their bass boats and have no problem doing ginormous Trump truck rallies, while shopping at Walmart for their cheap goods. So in their heads, their crazy version of America's awesome. It's just that we're harsh and the mellow for everybody else. What with our, being in dirty, nasty, gun-filled Chicago, which let me tell you,
which was lovely.
The one that I went to, that was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we loved it. Chris and I were saying we both lived there, and Chicago's great.
Love
what a great city. Yeah. I mean, but Malcolm, to your point, Tammy Duckworth, man, she is just the embodiment of everything we're fighting for. For her to go out there, right, on her bionic legs and go, I didn't fight for this country, right, and lose limbs on this battle, for you to take my rights away.
That's
for a 5-time draft dodger, as she said, to take my rights away, including to IVF.
Yeah, long ago, I recommended on Real Time with Bill Maher that Tammy Duckworth should be someone's vice president. And I saw her earlier this year, and I was like, vice president? She was like, no way, I'm staying in the Senate. I'm like, oh, come on. Could you imagine a Kamala and Duckworth ticket? But we have Tim Walz, who, I'm sorry, amazes me every day. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, Did you see the discussion, or did you play the discussion he had about gutters?
Yes, I mean, I didn't play it, but I watched it, and it's fantastic.
Oh my God, the dad jokes and the serious advice about getting, your gutter helmets, which is those drain covers, and now it's a kitchen table thing, and I'm like,
I was thinking, I gotta get those.
He's amazing. I love this guy more, baby. How is he even my rank in the military?
I know.
He doesn't come off as shouty at all.
No.
He's what we call the affiliatorial coach sergeant major, who puts his hands on your shoulder, gives you a little soldier massage, and goes, Troop, I need you to unscrew yourself so we can all get out of here and get some ice cream. He is not shouty McCown-faced soldier, but I think I like that version.
I keep saying he's Ted Lasso meets Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Malcolm, speaking of the military, I don't know if you've listened to the show, but I've been talking, 2 days, because as you know, I just interred my mom with my dad at Arlington, and I just when I think I cannot be more disgusted with Donald Trump, this despicable display at Arlington National Cemetery, which of course now they're reporting there literally was a physical and verbal confrontation with an Arlington employee over this photo op he took with a thumbs up at a soldier's grave.
Well, of course, now we come to the McShouty part of it. God, and I did a Substack on it. I wrote a tweet yesterday. I'm telling you, Elon Musk throttles all of my tweets. I had a tweet that I put out yesterday outlining what you said, and then I ended it with all caps. I really hate this guy. And it only got 400 likes out of like 20,000 views. And I mean, what used to get 50,000 likes out of me anymore, I get nothing. So now that I've digressed, let me recalibrate myself and say, I hate these guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, how dare you come to Arlington National Cemetery and make a photo op in Section 60? And they said to him, there is no photography. You cannot do political action. It is a federal law. A law on the books. Anyone else would have been put out and he supposedly coordinated doing this visit. He's never visited there before. He didn't visit the last 2 years, the graves of those who were lost in Afghanistan, and somehow he is there honoring, and I think it's great that he wants to honor the 13 who lost their lives. But what about the other 4,500 who died in Afghanistan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He doesn't honor them. He literally stood on their graves. Yeah. I mean, what nerve? What nerve? Now, if you think there was a scene between his staff and the Arlington staff, if I had been present, oh, there definitely would have been a scene. For the honor of every person who lays in state in that hallowed ground, since we took it from Robert E. Lee, because that was his house, and turned it into a national cemetery, I would blade hand him right there on the stage. And I would tell them all to get out. And the families themselves, I know you're grieving, I know you're Gold Star families, but I see these people saying, well, Biden didn't show up, Kamala didn't show up, because they honor all of the loss.
Yeah.
Of the loss. From I'm sorry, not finished, from the Boston Massacre to whoever might pass in service today.
Yeah.
Right? Because we lose people every day to accidents and other things. Trump is a disgusting Papa Oscar Sierra. I mean, we are just not going to have this, and we all have to understand it can get worse if you don't turn out.
Yeah, Malcolm, I was saying, it's just so personal to me because my mom and my dad are now buried there. And I was saying, went through the ceremony in July, and I was saying that people that work there are so empathetic and dignified because they know that, as you say, this is hallowed ground. This is sacred ground. And I was telling the story that my sister's friend took some pictures and video, and I was very sensitive, didn't know anyone else was going to be there. And I asked her, please just send this to my sister. I don't want this public at all, but the fact that he's just doing that thumbs up in front of a great, I can't. Anyway, I also use the word hate. I hate him, and I don't hate anyone. Oh, anyway. There it is, my first drink of the day, ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And ZBiotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.